Hi, everybody. Matt here from Matt Likes Comics, and welcome to the Sunday Superman Show. Tonight, I brought my good friend Lyle Hobson on.
Hey,
Big Lyle,
everybody.
how are you?
Doing very good, thank you.
And we're going to show some books from the Superman era. In Lyle's case, he just bought a new box of Superman stuff, and he was going to show from that, where I am going to show Jimmy Olsen appearances. Jimmy Olsen, by the way, for those that aren't aware, is a very interesting character in the Superman mythos for a few reasons. His first appearance was as an office boy in Action 6, and he was never named in the comic books after 8 appearances and only got a name when the radio show Adventures of Superman from the episode that aired April 15th, 1940, finally gave him a name.
Wow.
He only got used with that same name in Superman 13, which is the cover dated November, December 1941. So he was probably meant to be just this background character and not necessarily the same guy every time. And so somebody who was writing for the radio station probably should get credit for coming up with Jimmy Olsen per se, because then he finally got named. But then again, how are you going to see unnamed office boy in the back on radio, right?
Right. A little hard.
Exactly. So Jimmy Olsen, of course, ended up becoming very popular from Jack Larson's portrayal of the character on the Adventures of Superman television show.
Yeah.
There's always that funny things with the 1950s where Jimmy would sit and have breakfast cereal with Clark in the commercials because they couldn't show Clark and Lois having breakfast together. I don't know why that happened in the 1950s. But because Jack Larson's portrayal of Jimmy Olsen was so popular,
Yeah.
he was actually more popular than the Superman character for a little while. They decided to give him his own comic book in 1955. And that's where we got the Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen comic, which of course led to the Lois Lane comic when there was no showcase at the time for when Jimmy came out. So that's why Jimmy never got a showcase. So they just threw it right out there. They figured he was popular enough that they would just throw it right out there. And that's how Jimmy became Jimmy. He also had different hair colors originally. It wasn't until, the last 3 or 4 appearances in the comic before the Adventures of Superman that they settled on his hair color of red. So a couple other things quickly I wanted to talk about before we got going. I have some news with Supergirl, the movie. It is confirmed that the villain of the piece is going to be Krem of the Yellow Hills, who is the villain of the World of Tomorrow, and that the character of Ruthie is going to be in the movie as well. They've both been cast. That's probably been out for a while, but I only saw it today. So, and the release date for the new Supergirl movie is confirmed to be 26 June 2026.
Wow.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
That's less than a year away.
Can hardly wait.
Principal photography has been finished. There are some reshoots scheduled, but for the most part, principal's done, and they're now at the editing stage and working on the sound. I think that's great. I think it's a good sign. I think it's going to be a great movie, honestly, because the Supergirl movie in 1984 felt a little rushed because they wanted to keep the property. That's why it probably didn't come across as much. What do you think there, Lyle?
Yeah, I did. It felt rushed for sure. I remember watching not a lot of it at that time because I was, doing other things in the 80s. But yeah, and then all of a sudden it just dropped out of sight. You never heard anything. No, if it's going to be a sequel or nothing.
Well, I did read when I did my video not too long ago about the review of the Supergirl movie. I did read that they decided against the sequel because it just cost them.
Oh, yeah.
They didn't lose a lot of money, but they lost enough money that they decided that they weren't going to do it again because the Salkins, for some of their other investments and stuff, were starting to lose money in those. So they couldn't afford to lose money on movies anymore. So The excuse me, the Superman Quest for Peace #4 literally came out as a way to try one more time to get some money. They needed some influx of cash.
Yeah. Kim Union's got a question here about Supergirl.
Well, my understanding is that there, as I've mentioned before in the video where I did the review of the Woman of Tomorrow as well, she is drunk in the beginning for a little bit, and then that's it. It's over. It's done. She's literally gone to celebrate her 21st birthday. The Superman movie, the ending there has made it out to be worse than it is.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see what they do because it's James Gunn, right?
Yeah.
They're probably going to include some sort of she's going to fall on her ass kind of thing. That seems to be what I
want to see that.
And the last bit of news, so to speak, I want to bring up tonight is HBO released Superman on its platform this week. The movie that was just in the theaters, and in one day had more views than anything else HBO had since the finale of Game of Thrones.
Wow!
In one day,
good.
So I would say that it was I would say it was a successful launch. Apparently, they got a whole bunch of new subscriptions.
Cool.
From it, and as far as I'm concerned, that's great. That's
awesome. I liked it.
Yeah, I liked it very much too. But I mean, like that in itself shows that there could be a future for this whole DC universe thing.
Yeah.
They made decent money over the summer to have a decent release on HBO. We may have a chance to have some more of this stuff.
Yeah, I look forward to it.
Me too. I mean, I have to say, David Cordsweat was a decent Superman. Not the best, but not the worst either.
No.
You know, I mean, we all know Christina, if she's out there, we all know she loves Dean Cain the most. And the reality is the best Superman is Christopher Reeve. But he's pretty darn good at it. So, Lyle, let's make you big. And show us some of the Superman books that you recently picked up in a box you bought.
All right. Well, first of all, I was at my LCS today, and I did pick up quite a few of the Supergirl and the Superman, but I have a box there that I wasn't able to pick them all up today because it was a big stack. But what I did pick up from my LCS today, I'll show. It's a Supergirl #4. I haven't read it yet, but they
very
were
nice.
High praises at my LCS, so I picked it up.
Well, that DK character was the first character she fought when in her 1982 series, just after Superman Family. And I just realized something, Lyle. We didn't say hi to the chat.
Well, I was going to say that before I showed my second book, but go ahead.
So let's take a few moments to say hi to those that decided to join us tonight.
Hi, chat.
Hi, chat. Yes, hi to the chat. You know, we've got K Munin in the house. Hi, Andreas. And we've got the great and awesome Robbie Josephs.
There, Robbie.
And we have Rob Saint. Hi, Rob.
Robbie.
Let's see here. We got a lot of talking between them. We've got Mike Dennis. Hi, Mike. And we have Chonko. Mike is commenting, by the way, about Captain Canuck, maybe on the Allen show, because this is technically the Superman show. We've got Stevie D. Hi, Steve.
Hey, Steve.
I've got to watch your video when this is done. I saw you put a new one out today. Let's see who else we got. We got Rich. Rich is in the chat. Hi, Rich. Big nasty comments.
Jelly roll.
Very nice. And we've got Comic Mike in the crowd. Hi, Mike.
Oh, Mike.
Let's see. Yes, I said hello to Chonko, I believe. Let's see. How many people bought Ray comics after last night? I haven't yet. I've got to watch the replay. Unfortunately, this is that time of year where, you know, there's this thing called football on all day on Sundays.
Oh,
yeah. So I tend to watch that. Mm-hmm. And speaking of, we brought her up. Hi, Christina. Dean King says hi. And we have Lau. Hi, Lau.
Well,
Lau, of course, has a Kickstarter that has started. If you haven't checked it out yet, you should probably give it a look. He's talked about it on Alan's channel, and he's coming to my channel on October 14th to talk about the Kickstarter. And it looks really good. I've already subscribed to it, so I think it's everybody should give it a look. We've got Second Floor Comics tonight. Hey, welcome. And that's everybody in the chat at the moment. So, yeah, we got Big Nasty. I
didn't hear you. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, I was showing off my jelly roll. My wife went to the concert, and I got this lousy shirt.
I won't say anything because this is not public at all. So now that we've said hi to everybody, let's go back to Lyle. And now back to our show.
Dun, 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 dun. Anyway, at my LCS, the second book I picked it up because Nate from Hall showed it on Friday, so I was able to pick this one up.
Oh, very nice. Crypto 3, right?
Yes. I haven't had a chance to read it yet, but I'll probably do that this week. So in this long box I bought for $50, it's full of Superman stuff from, I think, either the 1989 to 2000. I didn't go through it all, but I haven't even read any of these. But they are all in mint condition, and I'll show you a couple and let me know, Matt, if you want me to show like 10 or 12 or whatever you want, and then we'll
let's go 15, 16. Let's see what we got here.
Okay, so I got this one.
Very nice. That's action what? 710? This
is 706.
Wow, pretty close.
From 1995, I think it is.
Yeah, that was 95. Okay, yeah, that would make sense.
And then we got this one.
The Superman Revenge Squad. They're always fun.
Have you read this?
First appearance? I have. That was the first appearance, I believe, the Revenge Squad after Crisis.
Oh, that's right. So this bunch here, I got a couple here. We call The Adventures of Superman. This is number 536 with his mullet.
Yes, mullet Superman.
Well, the fellow that I bought these books off, he says he'd had them for a few years. He says they were worth crapola. And I said, well, what are you going to do with them? He says, well, if they don't sell, I'm just going to toss them. I said, well, I can give you $50 for them.
We should call him Billy Ray Kent.
Yeah. This was 537.
Another good one. Freak Show.
Yeah.
538. Very cool.
Like, I haven't had any time to read these, but I'm sure that during the winter months I'll have enough time. 540.
What I'm like, now that's a good one. Final Night is a great story.
Oh, cool.
But if you look at this, you remember Pharaoh Lad from the Legion?
Yes.
So he passed away.
Yeah.
This is a 20th century version of him, the reintroducing the character.
That's going to be a good one to read.
Yeah.
Whoops. Almost knocked the computer over. 542.
Oh, very cool. K Munin wants to know who's the girl on 538.
The girl on 538.
Hold it up and we'll see if we can figure it out. Okay, I don't know that one off the top of my head because I think she's a one or two appearance character, so it's hard to remember.
Maybe her name's Obsession. It does say Deadly Obsession.
It's a good. There's a good chance that that's right, and I'm going to look that up right now.
That was 538. Oh, I got two of these. Didn't even know that, but that's good. Issue 545.
Cool.
And issue 550.
Another good one. That of course was during the period where he was the electrical creature.
Yeah, from 1997.
There was also the Superman Red, but wasn't there very much. You are correct. Her name is Obsession.
Oh, what do I win? 576.
And I would agree with Kay Munin. He says she makes her look like Rogue, and I would agree with that.
Yeah.
You might say I'm obsessed with it.
Oh, thank you, Big Nasty. Yeah. Yes, Big Nasty. I am looking forward to being on the show as well. I'm preparing. I'm taking out some stuff, but it'll be great. Number 601.
601. What I like, 601, they started that different typeface on there. Like if you look at the Adventures of Superman,
Yeah.
it's just after Adventure 600, they went different and they had a new artist.
603.
Yep. Super Baby. That was funny.
And
that is a recommended read, everybody. Super Baby. That was just too funny.
613.
Funky Flash Man. That's the Stan Lee, the character that Jack Kirby created to be a sort of mock Stan Lee with.
624.
Nice. Very nice.
Yeah, these are all, I mean, they're, 20 some odd years. This was from 2004, but they're in really, really good condition. 628.
628. Now this is when they switched artists again around this period, and it becomes more in line with the cartoon show.
631.
Hi, Biggie. Welcome to the show.
700.
700. Now this is pretty cool because this is where Superman returns after the world of Krypton, where he was fighting the new the Superman, where the new Krypton storyline was finally over, and he returns to the United States and returns to his wife.
Oh, cool. And then we got in the mix here is Action Comics Weekly number 637.
Another good one. That's a great Speedy cover.
And The Adventures of Superman 519.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I'm guessing they weren't in order necessarily.
No. I'll have to do that. 520.
520. That's another good. That one starts if you follow the Triangle years. That is a good good storyline. That and a few of the ones afterwards.
521.
Yeah, there's I'm not sure. I think that's Thorn again, Rose and Thorn. Does that say that on
Thorn.
there?
Yeah. No, you got a good memory.
It was cool to see her come back as well.
522.
522. What I liked most about Post Crisis was the reintroduction all the time of the new character, like of the same, a lot of the old characters, but coming back, and they had a slightly modern, updated, but in most cases were still like the same people. For example, the prankster was still Loomis. The Toy Man was still Winston shot. Like that's pretty cool.
Yeah, this was 524.
Very cool.
Yeah.
It looks like Gary the robot.
It's I'm not sure.
Gary the robot was created for the movie, but I'm just saying it's either that or it's
Catch me off guard. Thank you.
Yeah.
525.
Oh yeah. See, K Munin, Lois and Superman can actually have a real relationship.
See you, Rich.
Thanks, Rich. We'll talk to you later.
And this one.
Now that's cool because that's still got the Steel and I believe that's still the Matrix, Supergirl. But I loved when Steel, Matrix, and Superboy worked together. And I believe that was called Alpha Centurion, that the other guy was in there. Yeah.
This one.
Oh, very cool. Still in mullet land.
Yeah.
I like that. Billy Ray Kent. Yeah, there's the Alpha Centurion. There was a storyline where he finally cracks. So yeah.
Just a couple of more there, Matt. We're 530.
530. Very cool.
Number 531.
531. Oh, yes. What's the date on that one?
This one is January 1996.
Very cool. Because by then, I believe Supergirl had her own series again. So I believe she actually started around the time of the final night, which was the 540 that you showed. Superman and Impulse. Oh, good old Bart Allen.
Do you have these in your collection?
I have them all. I have everything post-crisis.
And one more after this.
Oh.
This one.
Very nice. That's the Contessa. That's the mother of Lena Luthor, the daughter of. Because on in current continuity, Lena's the sister, but on the in the comics back then, she was the daughter.
Want to show a few more?
Oh, go ahead.
We got Action Comics 649.
649 with the new Brainiac.
Yeah.
I did like that they kept the Brainiac ship after Crisis.
648. This is George Perez art.
Yeah, George Perez did a good chunk of covers between 643 and 675 because 642 was the last Action Comics weekly issue, and 643 went back to monthly, and that's when Perez was involved.
This one's 654. There are no.
Yes, that's a good storyline. Dark Knight onto Metropolis. That I believe is the Magpie story.
Yeah, this one's from June of 1990.
Yeah.
This one's embossed. I think I may have shown it before, but I like the cover. Right.
Very cool.
Yeah.
For some reason, I'm echoing on you.
I'm sure you've got this one.
I do. Okay, I'm echoing on your thing.
Okay, if you want to show some, Matt,
I shall.
Thank you very much.
Hey, no problem. See, I'm echoing on your thing. Can you mute for a minute?
Yeah, just a moment.
Okay. One of the Jimmy Olsen things I decided to show tonight was there was a series from Jimmy Olsen that went 12 issues from 2019. And the reason this was the reason why I had chosen Jimmy Olsen tonight. I wanted to show these off in particular because this series was to considered to be a little bit of ridiculousness, and it came back. For example, Arm Fall Off Boy is in this series, and it's not just Arm Fall Off Boy; it's his whole family. Head Fall Off Dad, Leg Fall Off Mom. Like all of them were there. It was hilarious, and I'm just using that as an example here. Now, where did I write? Where did the paper go that I wrote on? There we go. Ha. Yes. Coming out in September 2019. Basically, in this series, Jimmy accidentally ends up on the most wanted list because he's forced to fake his death to find out why it's happening. He has no idea how he's ended up in this situation, and in parts of it, Lois helps him out. Anyways, this is issue number 1. Note the heads on the side, and it is very weird, Jimmy.
Cool.
Here's Jimmy Olsen number 2, where he's being chased by a whole bunch of Superman's enemies and Perry White.
Are you still getting an echo?
No.
Okay.
Perfect. Next up, we've got who shot the decoy corpse of Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen, because at this point he's faked his death and somehow, there was a decoy corpse. I always Steve, yes, he's always a photographer. On occasion he did write the stories that went with it, but his biggest job was he was the photographer, usually with Lois. And number 4, now it's Superman's pal Timmy Olsen, because he's taken on a new identity. He's not Jimmy Olsen. He's Timmy Olsen. Completely different people, of course. Issue 5. Jimmy's in a car wreck, and it looks like he's in the Batmobile. Okay, Lau, that's funny, and that's true. Jimmy has never been the same since he married Bruna, the Gorilla Queen. That was a great episode. And here's Jimmy hiding in some bat armor. Trust me when I say this series is ridiculous. It is hilariously ridiculous with some real good writing. But, like, take a look. Here comes Jimmy Olsen's old pal. This is issue 7, where you've got Elastic Man and his turtle guy on the cover and some other incarnations of him, where he's his own psychiatric help. And, of course, they're bringing back the Peanuts.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, Jimmy over in this corner is showing you must come to see what's going on. Next up was, here we go. Jimmy Olsen is now like King Kong. Like I said, this is just a ridiculous series, but it's a lot of fun because there's Big Jim. He's even called Big Jim on this one. This is issue 8. And this one makes me laugh because of the double meaning on the title. This is issue 9 where Jimmy gets a clue.
Cool.
When you think about it, with the double meaning there, it's like...
Yeah.
And, of course, here we go. We've got a whole bunch of masked people with pictures of Jimmy Olsen cut out. And in this one, look, you even have Deathstroke there. Jimmy Olsen merits Deathstroke and Tarantula. No, not Tarantula. He's got Cheshire. Like, these are all the assassins in the area. Like, so a lot of the famous assassins in DC.
Monday.
So apparently they really want him dead. And issue 11, where, of course, there's all these people in uniforms. And Jimmy, of course, is sitting out like, sits out like a thumb. And this is the last issue of the series. This was August 2020. Jimmy, actually, no, it was later than that. I think they gave it, January 21. I forgot because during this series, there was that delay of comic books because of the COVID, right?
Yep.
So there was this one, of course, was supposed to be monthly too, but it got, pushed a little bit and all that stuff. Issue 12, he's sitting on the Daily Planet. Everything is good again. Jimmy's not being chased by 1,000 people. But honestly, issues 1, 2, and 3, just to see the arm fall off family portraits and the names alone are just hilarious. And arm fall off boy doesn't just make a cameo appearance. He's actually in the story. Next, now I'm going to show a few of the Silver Age, and there goes my phone. I have no room here. But some of my Silver Age Jimmy Olsen Superman's pal runs. This is issue 55, where he's a boxing guy. Apparently, he has a secret power. Second floor, that series was 12 issues. The Jimmy Olsen one from the Silver Age went 163. Here's one of my first Jimmy transformation covers where he looks like he's doing his impression of Bouncing Boy. But I'm not sure Bouncing Boy existed this time. But not only did he do this, but it says at the top, Jimmy fights Titano.
Wow.
Next up is this really cool one where Jimmy is like a general leading an army. This is issue 60.
Yep. After 1961, because it's 12 cents.
Yes, and this is another my first Elastic Lad cover. This is
cool
62, where he's not only Elastic Lad, but his head is kicking into the Phantom Zone. Then we've got this one, number 63, which I find cool because it's also got a date stamp on it
Oh yeah.
right there. But this is issue 63, which is the League of Fantastic Superman. And what you have here, you'll note you have all the older ones, like there's the Rip Van Winkle Superman, Bald Superman, and Lionhead Superman, all from other issues of Action and or Superman that have come out as Fantastic Superman. So they were making homage to some of the transformations he had done. One of the most cool ones. This is Jimmy Olsen 65, where he became Porcupine, the human porcupine. I really see Jimmy Olsen is probably most famous for the transformation books. I sure find that there are a lot more than there are on other ones, especially in the first 80 issues or so. Do you first think Jimmy Olsen was the first non-superhero to get his own comic book, not being a sidekick out of a superhero comic book? I would say probably, but I wouldn't say that like with a definitely. The reason is I don't know every title that's ever come out. Certainly Jimmy Olsen was the first side character at DC. Like guys like Doiby Dickles and who's that guy with Plastic Man? W's. He's got W's. Oh my God. Wizzy or Wazzy or something. Or Woozy Winks. There we go. Those guys never got their own stories. But to be honest, yeah, from a non-superhero perspective, the only ones I can think of were all superheroes like Robin and Speedy and things like that in the Teen Titans. So I would say probably, most likely, Robbie, but not 100% sure on that one. Yes, Mike, I did remember the name. And then, of course, there's K-Munin with Sonic, but he added a confused hedgehog with Porcupine. This guy, K-Munin, loved that Sonic. I'm going to have to read this to find out what it's all about. That is possible, Steve, because just about every time he pissed off Perry White, he would be sent as an errand boy. That happens quite a bit in these comics. And here's number 71, where there's tons of different Jimmys, where Superman is confused because they all look the same.
Great Caesar's ghost.
No, he said Great Krypton on this one. This is my favorite transformation cover, partly because this is also a Legion book. This is the issue where Jimmy becomes a member, an honorary member of the Legion.
Oh, cool, yeah.
This is Jimmy Olsen number 72, and all of these transformations are shown, and they're all Legion members. And Superman's in on the gag. This is a fun little story. You see it in it is included in a lot of Legion book collections as a story.
Mm-hmm.
That and issue 76, which is the one where all the female Legionnaires pretend they love him. Those are the two best Jimmy Olsen Legion stories. This one here, number 73, is the kid with the golden touch. He's apparently King Midas.
Oh, looks interesting.
Yeah, Jimmy had some. See, that's the thing I would say about Lois and Jimmy is that they used a lot. They used the characters in order to do a lot of things that they wouldn't necessarily do with Superman. And with Superman as a side character, they were still able to sell the books because Superman would appear in them. Here's Jimmy Olsen 83, where he's the original Jimmy is shrunken by Brainiac's Ray, and Jimmy Olsen here is actually a robotic version of him, and it's a pretty cool. That one I got recently. It's pretty cool. This is Jimmy Olsen 90, which is just before the Go-Go Checks era.
Mm-hmm.
Where Jimmy apparently is, they call the brainwashing of Big Jimmy. They made him big. But Jimmy's here, but they made some sort of bizarro clone type thing. And for some reason, he doesn't like Superman.
See you, second floor. Have a good night.
Yeah. Take care, second floor. Now we enter the go-go checks era, which is where I've only got a few left here. And then, Lyle, I'd like you to show more if you've got some.
All right. Yep.
We have Jimmy Olsen 91, where he's a punk ass in a motorcycle gang. Or, as it says, the Dragon Delinquent. He's in the group called the Dragons. And here's Jimmy Olsen 92. This is issue 92, where he's throwing around Batman and Superman. Cool. And this is another one of my favorite transformation books. This is Jimmy Olsen 99, where Jimmy transforms into members of the Legion of Superhero, like Lightning Lad and Element Lad and Sunboy. And he actually gets their powers. It's a really cool story. And here's another one that, because comics, this is Jimmy Olsen 101, where he decides to go back in time and try to stop Krypton from blowing up.
I like that.
Yes, a punk ass. I said it. But I love this story because Jimmy Olsen, while on Krypton, starts dating a girl, okay? And he makes her hamburgers and French fries. And all I want to know is, did Krypton have cows and potatoes? You know, just the idea of that, you know, it's like, this is a dish we make on Earth. What is this? Hamburgers and French fries. You know? And then there's this Jimmy Olsen 103, another one I recently picked up, where Jimmy is being accused of killing Clark Kent, which, of course, was Superman diving into the water to change. And he's covering himself up. It just, don't you just love the whole concept? Another one of my favorite books of Jimmy Olsen. Jimmy gets $1 million inherited, but the key is he has to spend it all in 24 hours, and there's rules about it. And this is the Midas of Metropolis, and of course he doesn't able to do it, and he loses by a dime. The guy makes the calculations. He said, you spend 999999990. Sure enough, he pulls a dime out. And the ending to the story is so ironically funny because he ends up getting a parking ticket for not putting that dime in the meter. Jeez. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes they're brilliant. Silly, but brilliant. And here we go. This is a Neil Adams cover, I believe. This is number 114.
Looks like his art.
It does. And this next one is definitely Neil Adams. And this is the last one I'm going to show tonight. This is definitely Neil Adams, and I had it signed.
Oh, yes.
It was actually one of the first books I ever got Neil to sign for me. This is number 115, where the famous Superman is a dick with the water, to, you know, keeping it from Jimmy and Aquaman. Water. Yes. And those are the books that I brought today for my Jimmy Olsen show. Jimmy Olsen lasted till issues 163, and then it became Superman Family, and it was combined with the Lois book and the Supergirl book at the time, and they decided to use Jimmy's numbering because it was the biggest, because Lois was only at 137 and Supergirl was at 10. So, all right, Lyle, let's make you big, and let's have some more.
Anyway, I dug this one out of the box. I'm sure you have it because I have a few issues of this, but it's called Superman Red and Superman Blue.
Yes, I do have that. That is a good way. This is the one where they actually split, I believe.
Yeah, this one here, and I have the glasses with this one. This one's from 1998.
Yeah. That's a 3D book, eh?
Yes. Yeah, this one's cover 1P 3D. Yeah. This one here is Superman and Robin, number 70.
Yes, and it's another vampire one. And the Robin in that is Tim Drake.
Yeah. This one was from 1992, number 88.
cool. I love when the Bizarro story and they put the logo backwards.
Yes. 87.
87, very good. Again, Bizarro with the logo backwards. It's awesome.
And 86.
Very cool.
Mullet.
Mullet. Yes. Can't go
85.
wrong.
Go ahead, make my day.
Cat Grant's Revenge. The reason this happened is because in the issue before 84, the Toy Man kills her son.
You mean this one?
That one right there. That's her son, Adam, that's being, that Superman's holding. It's his corpse.
Hey, Munin, don't you ever have something positive to say? Bizarro is disgusting. Number 81.
Number 81. That is pretty cool. That is, of course, just before. That's during the Return of Superman. 82 is the next one. Cool one. If you have the foil variant.
Oh, yeah, it's probably in the box. I just grabbed a handful and
Yeah.
Number 80.
Number 80 is a big one. We did that on our comic club, and that's the one where Coast City gets destroyed.
Cool.
Which also leads to Green Lantern becoming Parallax.
Oh. 79.
Yeah. You gotta love that the ripped up Superman is carrying a ripped up American flag.
Yeah. Not a very good idea.
Yeah.
78.
78, another good one. That whole Reign of the Superman was a very good, that whole death and Reign of the Superman was awesome.
There. The die cut one. Right.
Yes, very cool.
They had the blue and they had the green cover. And
there was red and there was
red.
Purple, I think.
And number 53.
53. I've read that one not too long ago. I pulled it out to do the flag covers.
Yeah, I'm not American, but I love the way they make the flag wave.
Listen, I think that the patriotism the American show is really awesome, and I wish we'd be a little more like that here.
Number 50.
50, very cool. That the crisis of the Crimson Kryptonite?
Yes, it is. In part 4.
Oh, wow.
I think you touched on it before, but this was the other one. I think was part 4, part 3. This is part 1.
Yes,
right.
It's in the Superman. He's got the Superman, and then 2 is Adventures of Superman, I believe, and 3 is Action Comics.
This one here's annual number 6 from 1994.
Another cool one. That's 1996, you said? Yes, that's correct.
Yeah. Or 1994, sorry. This is an annual from 1996.
Another good one, yes. That's another Bizarro story that you know something? Bizarro stories can be a lot of fun. The current Batman Superman World's Finest storyline had to do with Bizarro World, and it was pretty cool. It was well written and well done.
This one?
The Bloodlines. Loose Cannon.
Yeah. This one was from 1993.
Oh, 93. Wow. I thought it was 92.
This one?
Superman 1 million.
Yes.
Now, do you know where they got the 1 million concept?
I don't, because
all the books in the 1 million series take place in the 853rd century because they took the time to do the math that with Action Comics 1 came out in 1938, what month and year would Action Comics 1 million come out? And that's what they used for
cool.
That stuff. Okay, Mike Dennis has got a funny one here.
Mi adora Bizarro. This one?
Oh, yes. Superman New 52 number 1.
Yeah. Very nice.
That is cool.
Even long before the movie came out and all that, I always liked Superman, but when this opportunity came to buy a long box of this stuff for $50, I was like, sure. This one.
The gallery book, that's impressive. I don't think I have that.
This one's from December of 1995.
Is it got? Does it have an arrow on it, like one of the triangles?
Nope.
No. Okay, then I may not have it, because I bought every triangle one from that year. I'll have to check my list. You may have found one I don't have.
And this is number 0 from October of 1994.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
All the Zero issues started as 0 hour event, and it's one of the few DC events that made a lot of sense.
Another 0.
Yes, the Man of Steel. That is the best of the 4.
First appearance of Conduit.
Yeah. And that's why that one's actually a key.
This one's
which is hilarious because it's the first appearance of Conduit, but not the first appearance of Kenny Beaverman, who is Conduit.
This one is an annual from 1995.
Nice.
I think he's wearing a jock strap. You can tell by the how it was.
Yeah, well, that's another one of those future stories.
We got the Man of Steel. This one's also an annual number 3.
Yeah, that's a good one as well. Like, it's got Batman in it. It's a detective type story. That's why Batman is there.
That's right. And we have the Man of Steel from 2002, number 131.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
That's actually getting close to the end of the Man of Steel run. I don't think it went much more past 150.
Issue 123. Sorry, they're not in order. I just, grab.
That's it's still cool.
Want me to show some more?
Yeah, well, we'll go another 10 minutes or so.
All right. We've all seen this one, I'm sure.
Yes, but it's still cool.
Yeah, I like it very much. And of course, we've seen a lot of these, and everybody, I'm sure, has one of these in their collection.
Yeah, but you know something? That whole storyline between the death of Superman, the funeral of a friend, and the return of Superman was such a great period.
It was, right? Number 74.
Yeah. That's when he's finally back with the Justice League.
Number 61.
Very nice.
You have all of these, Matt?
Yes, I do. I have the entire.
Oh, okay.
No, I have every book past Crisis that it was a regular issue. I guess I missed one there with the gallery.
Well, there might be another issue in that.
Well, all I can say is, like, the thing is, there's so many one shots and so many miniseries over the years. You can't keep track of all of them.
No. And then
that's another
107.
107. Nice.
Number 97.
Nice.
Well, the guy that I bought it off of, I've known him for a long time, but just he never sold anything, and all of a sudden he's selling stuff, and I'm like, don't you like Superman anymore?
And Man of Steel, the last one was 134.
Oh, cool.
So I knew it didn't get to 150.
95.
Strange visitor from another planet, and it's ironic because they're not talking about Superman in this one.
Yeah,
they use that as a thing.
Number 70.
Number 70.
Yeah. And number 65.
Yes, that's another good one because that's the Revenge Squad coming back, and he manages to defeat them like so badly and embarrassingly. 64 into the sunset. This is one where he had to go he got drained and had to go. He went up to the yellow sun in order to get his powers back. The usual trope.
63.
Yes. And it was during that period. Actually, yeah, that period where he felt was a little depowered for a while was during his honeymoon.
Right.
And the final night. And it's because of this, actually.
Yeah.
When the son died for a little bit in the final night, he obviously lost his powers because he's solar based. So took a while to get him back.
Number 59.
Okay, that's a good Parasite book.
Cool. Number 57.
Number 57. The Man of Steel, Blown Away.
And number 56.
Yeah, but it's so cool. Okay, that's Mixaplick. Mixapidal. Mixapidalic. There we go.
Makes me laugh. A couple of more, Matt?
Sure. We'll do a couple more.
All right. Oh, you'll like the next one that I show. Not this one, but the one after that.
I kind of like that one. Because the heat is on.
The heat is on. I'm sure you'll like this one because there's a character in here that you really like.
The Spectre. Yes, that is a great book. Yeah. I love that because they actually get into an existential argument in there about like the vengeance versus justice, and cool. It's a great book. I would I recommend that one to everybody.
Is this one here the first appearance of Slobber Knocker?
Oh my God! Well, first of all, that's Bebo Bibarski there in the back. You know, the guy who loves him and has his own bar called the Ace of Spades.
Yeah.
Oh, he was hilarious.
All right,
Lyle, I love the fact that you were able to find a box just the Superman book, especially for as cheap as you did, because that's amazing. So I want before we head out, we'll talk a little bit about the channel. I want to first of all, I want to thank everybody who came to watch tonight, and those that are going to watch on the rewind. I want to say thank you very much for spending some time with us. I love looking at books, period, but I particularly love looking at Superman books. It doesn't matter what they are awesome. Okay, some of the best artists in the world worked on Superman, so it's always good to see different covers where you have oldies and goodies like Wayne Boring and Kurt Swan, and then you've got young newer ones like Michael Turner and some of the guys that are working today, and then you've got people like Serzi that do variant covers, and Jay Lee do a bunch of covers. Jim Lee did that does covers too on occasion, so it's good to see that. George Perez, Jerry Ordway. So many good people have worked on Superman covers over the years that it's great to see them, regardless of how old, whether I've seen them before, or whether I have never seen them before. I love them all. So, Lyle, can you tell us what you got going on and what you might have coming up?
Well, I was at one of our local watering holes here a few days ago. There's an elderly lady in there. She's told me she had some comic books for sale, and they were in great condition. Yeah. Well, I went there and had a look at them, and they were trashed. And she had Classics Illustrated, which wasn't worth anything. But she had a magazine in there that I'm going to show on Friday's show, on Alan's show.
Very nice.
That's from Superior Comics, and I've only seen one online. That was a little bit better condition than what I have, but I want to show it on Friday. And on Saturday, the 27th of September, I'm going to be on Chonko's and Big Nasty's channel, Rich and Mike, and I guess I'm going to give a lecture on my humble beginnings in this hobby and how I amassed such a large collection.
I was walking the beach, and all of a sudden, I came across this box of comics for $20, and that's how I started.
Yeah, so there's lots going to be. I hope I can share a few stories of where I found a lot of stuff. And
Steve apparently is going to do the Lyle Challenge on Saturday.
I would appreciate that because I'm going to be showing some stuff from the Victorian age, from the 1890s and the 1910s, 1920s, all the way to about 1980.
I will be watching on Saturday.
a lot of people are already familiar with books from 1980 to present day. So unless it's a special edition or it's a rare underground comic or it's a Canadian white or something like that, I'll show, because I'm not going to get into. I've already dug through 84 long boxes of stuff and since Friday to look some stuff up. So I have a lot more to go through this week, and I'm looking forward to a fantastic show with the guys.
And of course, I've got you coming back on in early November, I believe the 7th. On the 4th, yeah.
November 4th. So, and then if anybody, while I'm on Chonko's and Big Nasty's channel, don't ask really difficult questions, because I have to rely on my old mind and crib notes and everything else. So I'll do my very best. Just have a good time, and I'll try and show a lot of really cool stuff and rare stuff that's impossible to find.
Well, Lyle, thanks a lot for joining us tonight. I had a blast, and I hope everybody out there else also had a blast. Just a quick update. Before this show, I was at 690 subs. We're only 110 away from the next big giveaway.
Cool.
So hopefully we'll be able to get there soon. And thank you, as usual, to everybody out there. I hope you join us in 2 weeks' time. My topic in 2 weeks' time is actually going to be Superman, the man himself. So we're going to have some fun with that. So thank you very much. My name is Matt. I like comics, and I really like Superman, and I hope you do too.
Good night.
Bye, everybody.